But here, what it has happened is it has violated the one condition. That condition is it has that thermal limit has to be within the 1500 megawatt, but here 1600 megawatt. So in such case, so you can see that loss of any one line will cause the line BC to overload. So any this line loss happen here, so it will violate the or overload the line BC. Okay, so which means it is in the alert state. So now what we have to do is we have to carry out the preventive control. So how we will carry out the preventive control? You have to reschedule the real and reactive power generation. Okay, so now we will carry out the real and reactive power or preventive control. Okay, so now in earlier slide, so it is very clear that if there's loss in one line, definitely one line will be overloaded. Okay, which means it is not in the secure state or not a secure operating condition, or we call it as a insecure or alert operating condition. So now in such case, we have to do a preventive control to bring back to the normal state or a secure state. So now how we can do is we have to carry out the rescheduling of real and reactive power. Okay, how we have to do is, you know that we have to adjust the real and reactive power. How we will adjust the real power? You know that, right? If reactive power is zero, so definitely real power will also be zero. There won't be real power. Instead of real power, it will become apparent power and load. So when you join back with power triangle, I will explain that what is happening. Okay, so even this final year, they are not able to answer even reactive power is zero, what will happen to the active power. Okay, they are not able to answer. Okay, but when you join back here, so with this power triangle, and then I will explain if reactive power is zero, what is happening to the real power. But you won't be getting any real power if reactive power is zero. Okay, so here it has to do a adjustment. Okay, so preventive control, which means real rescheduling of the generation. How we will do rescheduling of the generation? By readjusting the real and reactive power. So now here, okay, so in this scenario, let's adjust that, because we cannot change this. We cannot say that we will not be able to supply your demand 3000 megawatt. Okay, we cannot say that. Okay, what you can do is, now there is where possibility we can adjust between this generator. Okay, generating, that's why real and reactive power scheduling we can carry it out. So now let's try to do a readjustment and assume that this generator is not only generating 2000, but it has a capability to generate more. And then here we have assumed in earlier case 1000, so you try to minus 250 and then try to adjust here. Okay, means here instead of 2000 you make it, okay, so 2250 megawatt, and here you try to reduce 750, okay, minus 250, and then we assume that. Okay, and then, okay, so here I have said that adjustment of 250 megawatt between the generator can ensure the system is secure as evident. Okay, so we'll try to adjust that and see. Okay, so now we see that between these two, it will share the 375 megawatt, and then so 2250 minus 375. So, and then there are two lines, so you'll get here 9375 megawatt. Okay, each line, and then total load you will get is 3000 megawatt, because 375 plus 750 you will get 1125 megawatt. Okay, so this is in the after readjustment. Now after readjustment, let's assume that again one line there is problem. Okay, one line problem is there. Okay, between the AC. So next, then what you can do is still we can keep here 2250 megawatt, 750, and then we can at least adjust here 750 megawatt. So 750 plus 750, you will get 1500, and then here if you minus from 2250, then you will get 1500 megawatt, and then this line, okay, this value is not violating the our thermal limit while supplying the total demand, that is 3000 megawatt. This is what we call it as preventive control. So how we do a preventive control? By rescheduling of the generation. Okay, how we reschedule? Normally real and reactive power. Okay, so but when you reschedule this, I have explained earlier, because we may not know that. Okay, so that this generator B might be cheaper to generate 1000 megawatt, but because of this situation, so now we have to adjust and make this A to generate more. Okay, which means cost may shoot up, but we have to pay the cost, or this price of one has to pay for the improved security. So there will be improved security, but we may have to pay the price for this. Okay, so always when you do a rescheduling, does not mean that you will get a cheaper price, but it may be cheaper sometime, but most of time it is not a cheaper one. Most of time it will be a costlier one, but there is no option, we have to carry it out. So if you are not carrying out this preventive control, then emergency state will enter, or in extreme, and then complete blackout. So instead of staying without light for months and months, better to pay for time being, right? Time being means till this line AC is restored. So what time being you have to pay for that security. Okay, so instead of staying for month. Okay, so that's about the preventive scheduling and then all. Okay, so this one just I have explained about this. Okay, so you try to read this, and then most of the system engineer face challenges is whatever I have explained is for a static only. Static, it is very simple, we can carry it out, but our system engineer or power engineer, they face very difficult in dynamic stability. Okay, so that dynamic stability is beyond your scope of your module. So later on, so you can carry it out. Okay, so that's all for today's session. And today we have learned about the uh, normal alert state, so how to carry out the preventive control, and then when you will carry out the preventive control, and how you will carry out the preventive control. So with example I have explained all this. Okay, so that's all for today. Okay, so thank you for your passion. Okay, so if you have any doubt, okay, if you have any doubt, you are most welcome. Okay, so it seems there is no doubt. So thank you for your time and coming online. Okay, despite several network issues, okay, we had. Okay, so thank you very much for your
Thank you so much, sir.
attention. Okay,
Thank
so
you,
thank you,
sir.
thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.